Hello, and welcome to Ice is Slippery, an unserious podcast about hockey brought to you by 1.5 hockey fans. My name is Kate, and I'm the hockey fan.
And my name is Fred. I am half a hockey fan.
Hello, Fred. How are you today?
I am good. I'm a little tired.
Yes, you've been out on your birding adventures.
Oh, my God.
Because you're very middle-aged.
Yep. I had to go to bed last night and not watch the Stars game so I could get up and go birding.
Yeah. I mean, probably just as well, but we'll talk about that a little later. So I think we have really an exciting week ahead for us because we don't have anything going on, which is the best kind of week for
Thanksgiving.
us. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just it's a holiday.
Yep.
Nobody's got school. Nobody's got work.
Nobody does.
We're all just chilling out. So
Whole week off.
Whole week off. I'll be watching a lot of hockey, obviously. Yep. And you'll probably be looking at birds.
Yeah, I'll be watching a lot of birds.
That's what happens when you're middle-aged.
Yeah, you reach a certain age and just birds, man.
Birds.
Yep.
Speaking of birds, the PWHL.
Hell yeah.
We watched the PWHL season kicking off on Friday. There were 2 games. The first is the Toronto Scepters versus the Minnesota Frost, which we caught part of. But the second was the 2 newest games in the league. We had the Seattle Torrent and the Vancouver Golden Eyes.
The Golden Eyes.
Which we know are a bird.
They are a bird.
You know all about Golden Eyes.
I apparently do because I went out. We watched that game.
We did. We watched that game on Friday, and
I went out birding on
Saturday morning,
and there was a bunch of ducks, and I don't know shit about ducks, right? So I just take pictures of them and come back, and I'm like, what kind of duck was that? Golden eyes. The pond was littered with golden eyes.
So it seems like a sign.
It does.
I feel like maybe the Golden Eyes are our team.
They are absolutely our team for all kinds of reasons.
Eventually, I was hoping Denver would get a PWHL team because I would like to have a team that I like that lives in the same state as me.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Right. But for now
it's Vancouver.
For now, it's Vancouver.
I've been hoping to root for a Vancouver team.
You have been. It's true. You kept wanting to get into the Canucks because they had a cool logo, but
yeah, man, it's tough.
Things are going on over there. Yep. It's not very exciting for you.
Nope. But they. Well, anyway, are you going to talk about the game? Or?
Yeah, sure. I was going to say I watched the whole game, and you made it pretty deep into the second period before you had to go to bed.
I'm a sleepy boy.
You were a sleepy boy. It's true. The game was in Vancouver in front of a sold-out crowd in the Pacific Coliseum. So that's just under 15,000 people.
That seems pretty a lot.
It's huge. It's very large.
Very large.
And the Golden Eyes logo is on center ice.
They're the first PWHL team to have that.
Apparently they are, which is super cool.
Very cool.
Because they have kind of like a dedicated space here that I guess they're not sharing maybe. I don't know. That's super awesome.
Yeah, cool.
So what were your thoughts on the game?
I really liked it. We had watched some of the previous game, which was like the Frost and the Somebodies.
And the Scepters.
And I just kind of lost interest and got bored with that one.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of were dipping in and out of that one. We were eating dinner and things were happening.
Yeah.
This one we really sat down we were there from the start.
We were there from the start. I really enjoyed everything about it. I thought it was a really fun game to watch.
Yeah, I thought so too. In the first period, Seattle was the first to get on the board. Julia Gosling, speaking of birds.
Oh, Gosling.
That's a duck name.
Yeah.
So she scored the first goal for Seattle in the franchise history, the Seattle Torrent. And then Sarah Nurse is on Vancouver, and she scored the first Vancouver Golden Eyes goal.
Yeah.
So that was pretty awesome.
Which I saw coming.
Which you saw coming. You did say, you were like, Sarah Nurse is going to score.
Sarah Nurse is on it. The previous 2 or 3 shifts or 2 shifts or however many, she looked great.
She did. I mean, she always looks great, but specifically in a hockey way.
Yeah, true facts.
True facts. So, and then Julia Gosling again scored in the first period with less than a minute left.
Hattie watch first period.
Exactly.
Yep.
The second period was scoreless, but in the third period, Gabby Rosenthal from Vancouver tied it up. Then Hannah Bilka from Seattle scored again. Hannah Bilka I actually knew going into this because she's from the Dallas area. So they did some talking about her on Victory Plus in the past, which is cool.
Very cool.
And then Claire Thompson from Vancouver tied it up again. And at this point, I believe you were in bed.
Yeah, no, I missed that. I watched the highlights in the morning, when I flipped on whatever social media, it was like right there for me.
Exactly. That's fine. You're only half a hockey fan. You can't watch all the hockey. So the game did go into OT, and Abby Briere from Vancouver scored the game winner off an assist from Teresa Vanashova. And yeah, it was just a really exciting game. And I thought that was really great for them in front of their home crowd. Really gets to sort of do all of that stuff.
The crowd was hyped. The merch sales were through the roof.
Oh, yeah. You showed me a picture of a video of the lines of the merch sales. And it was insane.
Yeah. I think Sarah Nurse said it was wild, first game getting there and just everyone in the stands wearing jerseys and stuff.
Oh, yeah. And there were some people I saw on the hockey subreddit who were there, and they said that the atmosphere was just electric.
Yeah. So. No, it was real good. I thought Sarah Nurse looked great. I thought that
Vanashova.
I thought she looked great.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed their goalie. I did a deep dive on her, and she's just fun as hell.
Emerance Mashmeyer.
Yeah, we thought her name was Smashmeyer.
Which would have been super cool. Mashmeyer's still pretty
Mashmeyer is good, yeah.
Yeah, but Smashmeyer would have been better.
No.
We'll just call her that.
No, I think she's great too. So
yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited to check them out and see more of what they have going on.
This is our team.
So we're sticking to it, I think.
Stars, Flyers, Golden Eyes.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on to the NHL. I guess we're just making a weekly segment. We have an injury report going on.
Yeah, it seems bad this year.
It is. I think it's because of the condensed schedule. With the Olympics coming, they're really cramming a lot of games in at the front of the season this year. So there's not as much recovery time in between.
Gotcha.
Connor Hellebuck needs to have knee surgery.
That doesn't seem good for him.
It does not. It's a minor arthroscopic procedure. He'll be out 4 to 6 weeks. Apparently he had an injury since training camp and he's been playing with it, but it's been sore enough after games. They've decided they just need to deal with it sooner rather than later.
Okay.
Presumably before the Olympics and everything.
Yeah.
I've had arthroscopic knee surgery before. As far as surgeries go, it's not the worst.
Yeah. Well,
but I'm also not a professional athlete.
Right. That's always dropping down on your knees, and standing up. The knees are a pretty important part of goalieism.
That is indeed what I have gathered over the years of watching the goalies do their goalie things. So yeah, and it's I don't know how good or bad it is for the Jets. It's terrible for my fantasy teams.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have him on one of my fantasy teams. I picked him up so early I can't drop him. So I'm fucked.
No. Yeah.
Absolutely fucked.
That's no. Is Comrie playing?
I imagine Comrie will be backfilling a lot, and then they'll probably have to call somebody else up from their AHL affiliates.
Mm-hmm.
Last Saturday, Charlie McAvoy was struck in the face by a slap shot during a game.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Oh, yeah, it's brutal. I didn't send you any of it because there's a clip going around and it does not look good.
Ouch.
And it would really, really make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff.
He has since had facial surgery and will be out indefinitely.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel really bad for him.
Is he going to look different when he comes back?
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, it didn't look good. It looked like maybe the jaw.
The jaw, yikes.
Yeah. I'm sure some teeth were lost, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's facial fractures and things involved too. It was not good.
Yeah.
So I feel really bad for him, after the whole crazy, 4 nations.
Dirty needle
incident. I mean, he's just, and I don't know if he'll be back for the Olympics because I think he was maybe in consideration for that.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, poor kid. I feel really bad for him.
Well, yeah. I mean, he can do the bubble thing, I guess.
I mean, once he's allowed to skate again,
right.
It takes a while. I mean, remember when everybody in Dallas kept getting hit in the face by pucks last year?
I do.
It wasn't always a fast comeback. Mason Marchment missed a lot of games. Robe Hintz missed a lot of games. Matt Duchene missed a lot of games.
Yeah.
We all got hit in the face with pucks a lot as part of the Dallas Stars, collectively.
Puck-apocalypse.
Indeed. Last week, Jack Hughes injured his hand in a freak restaurant incident, which we talked about.
We did. Oh, I was going to say.
Yes.
I was like, was that only just this week?
No, that was last week.
Okay.
But it turns out he's a trendsetter because Eetu Luostarinen became the latest Florida Panther to go down with an injury. He is now week to week after being injured in what Paul Maurice described as a barbecuing mishap.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So basically, they don't have a solid timeline for when he'll return. It comes down to when he feels comfortable with equipment on him, which sounds gnarly. It just sounds like there's burns. And it's like when the burns are healed up enough to where he can tolerate things on them.
That hurts. That makes me oof.
Yeah. As somebody who has had a pretty severe burn at one point in my life.
Yeah, burns are not good.
They're not. I had a motorcycle tailpipe burn in I when I was young and irresponsible, as opposed to old and irresponsible, which I am now.
It's better than having I don't know if that's better than having a grill explode in your face. That's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining he has no eyebrows.
That's very probable.
He's probably just waiting until his eyebrows grow back because he thinks he looks stupid.
That really could be. No, I feel like there's maybe arms involved. I don't know, but it sounds awful. So I do not like that.
No, that sucks.
And then also, the Panthers had picked up a player called Cole Schwint off of waivers just to help them like plug in holes in their forwards because they are missing so many players.
Yeah.
And he broke his arm and is going to miss 2 to 3 months because of that. So whoever bought voodoo dolls of the Florida Panthers has been working overtime.
Yeah.
It's not good over there.
Well, they might have like brought this on themselves by some kind of like, let's win the cup 2 years in a row kind of witchcraft.
There is maybe some bargaining with the devil.
Yep.
I mean, can you bargain with yourself? Because I think Matthew Tkachuk might be the devil. I will say, though, that Jack Hughes has been making the most of his time off. He was spotted Thursday night in New York City having dinner with Tate McRae.
I love this for both of them.
Me too. I think it's great. Like, they're both hot and bland.
Hot and bland.
So good for them.
Hot and vapid.
I mean, sure. Like, I don't, obviously I don't know them personally, but like based on the interviews I've seen, like they seem like maybe they have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Of being hot.
Yeah, of being hot. Exactly. No, I think that's a match made in heaven.
I think it's great. I think it's really funny that it was originally reported by a gossip site, and the person who sent the tip in was like, Tate McRae was on a date with a boy and he had his hand in a cast and had no idea who it was. And the gossip site posted it and people were like, that's NHL star Jack Hughes.
Yep.
And then it makes its way over to like Hockey Reddit. And then everyone there is like, who's Tate McRae? So it's like these two fandoms that have no knowledge of each other whatsoever.
The girl from the All-Star game.
Right. Was nobody watching the All-Star game? Like that was a highlight for me personally.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't know. That's maybe just me.
Yep.
So.
And her most recent song is not as bad as her last 2 or 3 singles. So that's good.
That is a thing. Yep. I have a soft spot for her. I do like a few of her songs.
Yeah.
I wish she just stuck to doing a few good songs as opposed to many, many songs that are not as good.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's ever her musical director has some questionable choices.
I agree with that. But I liked her like since the beginning.
Yeah.
So
you liked her since So You Think You Can Dance or whatever.
No, I just knew that she was on it. She was on the Canadian So You Think You Can Dance. So I didn't watch that one.
I didn't know you didn't see that. You usually go international when you
it's hard to watch the dance shows that are international. I watch the singing shows that are international.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is not hockey related at all.
This is not. This is for our Kate Watches International YouTube Shows podcast. All right. Contract news. Adrian Kempe has finally signed a contract extension in LA. He'll be there another 8 years at $10.625 million a year. This is big news, I guess. I don't know. I don't really follow the Kings. I know Adrian Kempe is like good, but like he's on the Kings and it's just like a big blind spot for me.
Yeah, no, they operate in a black hole for us.
Yeah, I know everyone was like, it's so important that the Kings sign Adrian Kempe. And if he leaves them, they're fucked. But I'm like, okay. So it's big news and I'm reporting on it, but IDK, man. And then also Adam Lowry from the Winnipeg Jets, he's their captain, signed a 5-year contract extension for $5 million a year. So
nice.
Congratulations to him.
Lowry, I like him.
Yeah, I like him too. Some notable game moments. On Monday, the Sabres beat the Oilers 5-1. On the Buffalo broadcast near the end of the game, Dan Dunleavy noted that Edmonton had an empty net, and Rob Ray replied, yeah, it has been most of the night. So what's the difference?
God.
And
that just lit up the hockey world, didn't it?
Lit up the hockey world. And I'm frankly devastated I didn't get a chance to make that joke first. So
yeah. No,
congratulations to him.
Yeah. The Oilers in shambles, huh?
It's not looking great over there for them.
No, Connor McDavid is Don't want to be around him.
He's Googling how to unsign a contract as we speak.
Yep.
So it's rough. Some other updates. We do have an update on the Sharks Player of the Game item that we talked about last week.
Oh, that's true. We do.
Yes, it has arrived and is actually pretty glorious. So it's a giant shark tooth necklace that Ryan Reeves had made, and some of the teeth are teal and black. And Ryan Reeves made the rule that whoever gets the Player of the Game has to give their interviews with no tarps, so shirtless, while wearing the giant shark's tooth necklace.
Yeah.
And the first Sharks player to get the necklace was obviously Macklin Celebrini, because he's great at hockey.
Yep.
On Tuesday, the Sharks played Utah and won 3-2 in overtime. And Celebrini had a hat trick, so he was literally responsible for all of the Sharks' goals. And he did, in fact, give the post-game interview shirtless in his shark tooth necklace. And the Sharks also beat the Kings in a shootout 2 days later, and Ty Dellandrea got the special boy shark necklace and continued the tradition.
Yeah.
So this is what's going on in San Jose now, is just shirtless dudes with shark's teeth around their necks. So the vibes have just continued to be stepped up.
The vibes have been elevated with the addition
of Ryan Reeves.
Mind blown. If you said that last year, I'd be like, fuck that.
I did remember that last year we had a moment where we liked Ryan Reeves when he was on the Leafs. There was that kid who dressed as Austin Matthews for Halloween, and they ended up bringing him in for a practice or something. I think it was that same kid. And he was like, he threatened it. He wanted to fight Ryan Reeves, and Ryan Reeves was like, you drop the gloves first. I don't drop the gloves first. And the kid was like, no, you drop the gloves. And Ryan Reeves was like, okay, I guess I have to drop the gloves. And they had to fight, and it was really cute.
Yeah.
So we liked that.
We did like that.
Because we were all like, apparently we like Ryan Reeves when he fights children.
Yeah.
And now we like him when he tells children to give interviews shirtless. I don't know what's happening anymore. It's strange.
He seems like a good, like a room guy or a vibes guy. And he went to the vibiest team. And I think... and
he vibed even harder. Like the vibes are at a frequency that cannot be perceived by mere mortals at this point.
They are.
It's crazy. And something else to note is that the same night that Celebrini scored his hat trick, Connor Bedard scored a hattie of his own in Chicago. And that was just the second time in NHL history that two players 20 or younger scored hat tricks on the same day. And the last time that happened was in 1944. So
yeah,
I know that's an esoteric stat for you.
I stopped listening.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair and valid.
Once you start telling me stats, there was some interesting stats this week, I think, though.
Well, here's another one.
Okay.
Celebrini had another milestone. He had 30 points in his first 20 games of the season. So he is one of 4 teenagers to accomplish that in the history of the NHL. The other players who did that are Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, and Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
So that's good company to be in.
It certainly is. They asked him about that too. And he was he's like, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to think about that.
Right.
Like, he's like, that's not where my focus is.
Yeah.
Which is great.
He's like, I'm just trying to get pucks on net.
He's like, I'm just trying to get pucks in deep. I'm just trying to play the game the right way. I'm just trying to play my game.
Yep.
And that's, bless him.
Yep. Absolutely.
On Thursday, the Capitals played the Habs in Montreal. Alexander Ovechkin scored a hat trick that night, and he became the 6th NHL player to do so after turning 40. So we got the young ones scoring hatties and the old ones scoring hatties. The Caps won that game 8-4, but the big story of the night was from Dylan Strome. Strome's wife, Taylor, went into labor about 2 hours before the game started at 7 p.m., and there is no way for Dylan Strome to get back in time because, he was in a different country.
Right.
That's kind of how travel works. So he went ahead and played, and she ended up giving birth a half hour after puck drop. So he found out during the first intermission that their third daughter had been born, and he was really emotional about missing it. He gave an interview afterwards where he was literally in tears.
Yeah, that interview was
a little hard to watch.
It was awesome and emotional, but really nice, and you can tell what a good dude he is and how excited and what a family man he is or whatever.
He really is. He's been very enthusiastically embracing being a girl dad since the get-go. And he's got a third daughter. He had 3 assists that game, which people found very poetic. And he just kind of talked about what a rock star his wife was and how scary it probably was for her.
Beast mode.
He did not say that. He is not Mitch Marner. He's a little more elegant than Mitch Marner, it turns out. But no, he was just talking about how hard it must have been for her. And I did hear later too that like she's at home alone with their 2 young kids and like going into early labor. I think it was 9 weeks early or something. So he's like calling and getting people over to like watch their kids so she can get herself to the hospital and give birth. Like that's crazy. But yeah, he talked about how, you know, it's hard for him being away from them, but it's hard for her too because she's dealing with all that on her own. So
yeah,
I thought it was really nice for him to be so like open about it and really talk about it. And
giving the lady props.
Yes, absolutely. Pregnancy and childbirth are not fun.
Nope. Don't.
For me personally, at least. So
didn't look fun to me.
No, did not have a good time. Would not recommend.
Do not.
0 out of 10 would not recommend. I mean, you end up with a kid afterwards, which is pretty cool. But like otherwise,
yikes.
No thanks. But yeah, no, I thought that was really nice. Some idiots online were like castigating him for still playing, and it's like my man was in Canada.
Yeah,
like he can't just like, do you think he can teleport? Like he's good at hockey. He's not a superhero.
Yeah. People shouldn't write stuff on the internet.
They really shouldn't. And even like when people would explain, like he was in a different country, he literally physically could not make it. They're like, well, he should have anyway. It's like, didn't you know his wife is going to give birth? Like, well, no, not 9 weeks early. Like, oh my God. Okay. Anyway.
All right.
Let's talk about something a little more cheerful. I think it's time for our favorite segment. This is a segment we like to call Wedge Watch. On Thursday, the New York Rangers were in Colorado, where the Avalanche had a decisive 6-3 victory. The highlight of the game in this house was at the top of the third period when Scott Wedgwood had an assist on a goal from Brock Nelson. It was his first career assist, so he continues to have an amazing season. Yeah. And I would just like to say we got in on the ground floor of Scott Wedgwood.
Yeah.
Not really because he played elsewhere before Dallas, but
yeah, we got in on the Dallas ground floor. We
got in on like the third floor of Scott Wedgwood. So congratulations to us. Congratulations to Scott Wedgwood. He's fantastic. And I'm glad he's continuing to thrive.
Yeah.
So, good for him. Love that guy.
We just have nothing but positive vibes for that man.
I know. And he should just continue being great.
Yep.
Checking on other former stars, last night, the Seattle Kraken beat the Penguins in overtime. Mason Marchment opened the scoring for the Kraken, and I showed you the clip of his goal this morning. I told you that he scored a goal and then that he had a classic Mason Marchment celly, and I asked what you thought that kind of celly might look like, and what did you say?
Did he fall down?
Yes. And I said, yes, he did.
Absolutely.
So yeah, he scored the goal and then he skated along the boards and gave a fist pump while standing on one foot and then promptly lost his balance and fell face forward towards the ice, just face planted. And then popped right back up again and got hugs from everybody.
Yeah. It seemed like the crowd laughed pretty hard.
They did. I mean, they're used to that. Like, remember Joey Decord had that celly last year where he got the zoomies and tried to jump on people and just fell down. And
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of nice for him. He's just with a bunch of other goofy boys, just being goofy. But I'm really tempted to post that to our hockey and just be like, see, he's always like this.
Exactly.
Like, this is just who he is as a person. Like, he just does not know how to stand.
Nope.
Like, at all. Like, I've seen him fall down for no apparent reason. And I say this all the time. And there he is, just
falling down,
cellying all by himself. Nobody near him.
Yeah.
Pumping his fist and falling down.
So he's got to work less on his board work and more on his cellies now.
Yes, apparently. So yeah, something to do. And that's all I have. Is there anything that we have for Fred's Corner of stuff we haven't talked about?
Fred's Corner of Fred stuff. This week, actually, I made some notes. I think you covered most of it, honestly. But JT Miller.
Yes.
Gives up. That's what I wrote. JT Miller gives up.
Yes. JT Miller of the, like, wearing a shirt that says no bullshit or something along those lines. I don't know. I try not to pay attention to that man.
Yeah.
They were playing, I think it was Vegas, and he's like at a puck battle and then just literally stops on the ice and just lets another player go and take the puck and score a goal. Just stops in the middle of the game.
Yep.
It's like last week when Gino Malkin like stopped the game and was like, hey, move that stick. and everybody else stopped and he scored the goal. But it was the opposite of that because only JT Miller stopped and everybody else kept playing.
It was pretty amusing, especially like him like not having the follow through and the stick to itiveness.
Well, yeah, when he's all like, effort's really important and anybody who doesn't give effort is a loser, and talking about how other people don't have like the grit and stuff, and then he just fucking like never mind.
Loved it.
Oh my god,
that's cool. What else did I have written down? We talked PWHL. Yep. Blah 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 blah. Montembeau had his helmet painted for McDonald's ads for a chicken bacon ranch poutine, and the helmet is amazing.
It is pretty fantastic. And then the McDonald's logo, it also is for Montembeau.
Yeah,
Montembeau.
I watched the ad last night. It's in French. It's really fast and hard to follow and kind of goofy and totally worth watching. It's not like a McDonald's ad you get in the U.S.
I have not seen that. I will have to check that one out.
Yep.
So, well, good to know.
And that's really all I got. Yeah.
I am so glad we have Fred's Corner of stuff we haven't talked about or whatever we decide to call it, because you are covering the important things that I am missing out on.
Absolutely.
Anytime I get a chance to rag on JT Miller, I'm happy, girl.
Yeah, you don't like that guy.
I don't. It's true.
No.
All right. Well, shall we switch gears and talk about our teams?
I guess we shall.
All right. I'm going to start easy. I'm going to start with the Flyers.
All right.
We're going to start with pleasantness.
Yeah.
Ramp into the unpleasantness. So this week was actually a pretty light one for the Flyers, which they probably needed after their high-scoring back-to-back games on Friday and Saturday of last week. We got to watch both of these games in their entirety since the Stars had late starts this week. So that was really nice. Mm-hmm. So Thursday, the St. Louis Blues were in Philly to play the Flyers, and they were looking for a little revenge after the Flyers beat them 6-5 less than a week earlier. And the Blues started out strong. Jonah Falk opened the scoring 5.5 minutes in. And then 7 minutes later, the Blues went on the power play and Falk scored another one. So we exited the first period with the Blues up 2-0. The second period was largely uneventful, but with 2 minutes left to go, Rodrigo Abel scored his first goal of the season. And Trevor Zegras was clutch in that one. He held the puck in and protected it like he was just getting swarmed by players and just kept it away, making it look so easy.
Yeah.
And like, he does all the fancy shooting and stuff, but he's really good. Oh, not doing that too. Like he can do other things as well.
He can do other things. Were you going to say like defense and then you like caught yourself?
No, not defense for sure. Because they were in the offensive zone.
Yeah, no, I know.
But like he can do stuff that's not just fancy boy things.
No, although
it did look a little fancy. So
no, he's something else. He's got that IQ thing going on.
No, he just looked so fast. I mean, he had, I think, like 3 players on him and was just made it look so casual. So he got the puck over to Tippett, who did sort of a backhand pass to Abels.
Yep.
And yeah, so that was great. In the third period, Trevor had a few crazy close chances on the power play, but he couldn't get one over the goal line. But then with 8 minutes left in the game, Tyson Forrester tied up the game. He got a pass from Emile Andre and one-timed it into the goal. He's just like so good at the one-timers. Just yeah.
It was sweet.
It was really ferocious. So loved it. The Blues pressed at the end of the period, but Dan Vladar came up with some huge saves and the game went into OT, which is a likely place for the Flyers to be.
It's their foolproof plan.
Fork found in kitchen, Flyers found in overtime. With a minute left in OT, Travis Konechny chipped the puck up to his bestie, Travis Sanheim, who took it across the rink and got it past Joel Hofer to clinch the win for the Flyers. And TK jumped into Sandy's arms and still could barely like reach his shoulders.
Yeah.
It was very cute. Like he jumped like way up on his skates and still was like very tiny.
Yep.
And that's just what I love about TK. He's just so small and so angry, which I really like in a hockey player, small and angry.
Yeah. Well, my only notes on that game were that I thought Abels looked good before he got the goal.
You did think that. You were saying that.
I thought Andre also looked good at around that time. And I believe, I can't remember if it was the first goal that they got, but I said, I better go put my Flyers hat on when they were down 2-0. And then they got a goal like 15 seconds later.
You did. And see, now you are maybe starting to understand my hockey superstitions.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep. And also Forrester's just looking like a beast this year.
He's so good. He's just great.
Yep.
He's just really like blossoming.
Yeah.
So love that kid. He's great. And we've been just talking about the Flyers a lot. I feel like even just like in the car and stuff driving around. But we kind of have this theory now that they're in OT so much because I think now they're tied for most like comeback wins or something, or OT wins, something. They have a lot of OT wins. But we think that they're basically just going to make it to the playoffs on the strength of shootout wins. Like
Absolutely.
if they could just push it to the shootout every single game, they can take it. They didn't need the shootout this time. They just took it in regular OT.
Right.
But if they can just make it to the shootout every time with Trevor Zegras, they can do it. Now, once they get to the playoffs, they're going to be fucked because there's no shootout in the playoffs. Like they're going to get there and be like, wait, there's no shootout here? Oh, no.
Yeah.
But
no, they're going to get swept, but I hope they get there so at least they can get that experience for next year.
Exactly.
Yep.
So it's fun. And then they played again last night. They played the New Jersey Devils, also a home game. So they had a bit of a slow start to this one. 7.5 minutes in, New Jersey had 7 shots on goal and Philly only had 1. The Devils went on the power play and Dan Vladar made a series of impressive saves, but it couldn't last forever. The Flyers couldn't get the puck out and the Devils were the first one on the board.
They had a real hard time clearing the puck during that entire game.
They really did, but that sequence in particular, like I said, I was like, I mean, that's not on Dan Vladar. Like,
no,
he was heroic. He did everything he could.
No, they just kept shooting the puck real close and he kept blocking it. And then eventually,
eventually it's going to get past. But the Flyers bounced back in a big way. A minute and a half later, Noah Cates tied up the game. And then with 8 minutes left in the first, the fun really began. First, there was Matvei Michkov. He was playing in his 100th NHL game, and he went tearing down the ice just as fast as little goblin legs would take him.
God, the way he skates is so funny.
It's so identifiable.
You don't even need to know you're watching the Flyers or him, and you just be like, no, that's Michkov.
Exactly. Yeah. I love it. I love a recognizable skater, and I like it when they're recognizable because it's like awkward or funny.
Yep.
Like Mason Marchment, check. Matvei Michkov, check.
Absolutely. No, I mean, goblin mode is just
fully activated.
Yep.
So that was great. But yeah, he went tearing down the ice and he scored a goal, which was great.
Yeah.
And then 9 seconds later, Tyson Forster scored off of a backhand pass from Noah Cates. And it was pretty much the same goal from the Blues game before. Yep. Just a one-timer. Like they just get him the puck and he's there sort of like up at the like circle and just one times it. And it's just unstoppable. Like he gets so much heat on those. It's crazy. And then Forster wasn't done because 17 seconds later, he scored again off another pass from Cates. So that was 3 goals in 26 seconds, which is the fastest 3 goals in franchise history. So at the end of the first period, the Flyers were up 4-1.
Yeah, no, it was insane. I couldn't believe that they left Allen in the net after that. But
we were shocked.
I was like, you got to get that guy out of there.
I know, like they went to a TV timeout and we're like, oh, good. They'll pull Allen now, finally, right? Nope. Never did.
Nope. Played the whole game.
Left him right in the game. I'm like, are all the other goalies dead? Like, what happened?
Yeah, there must have been some sort of managerial decision on that one.
Something. I mean, I know they've got a lot of injuries, like with Jack Hughes and everybody out, but like, gosh. So that was a choice for sure. Anyway, the game slowed down a little bit after that, which is to be expected. The Flyers had a few power play opportunities, but they couldn't make anything happen. But a little over halfway into the second, Bobby Brink added to the lead with another goal. The Devils also scored a goal that period, though. So the end of the second period, the score was 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
So with a little over 6 minutes to go in the third, the Devils pulled the goalie.
Bold move.
Got
to do it.
And actually, it kind of paid off for them because they quickly scored and suddenly the lead did not feel as comfortable.
Right.
And the Devils suddenly had some life. They were really pushing, it felt like.
Yep.
But then 2 minutes later, Trevor Zegras would score on the breakaway, and that seemed to take any remaining wind out of the Devils' sails.
Yep.
So the Flyers ended up winning the game 6-3, a rare regulation win.
Yeah.
Not taking it to OT or the shootout.
Dominant win.
Very dominant. They looked great. I mean, just so many chances off the rush, which is always fun to watch.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. People are like, is this Rick Tocchet hockey? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't even understand. Like, I don't even like associate him with the team still.
I really don't either. Like, it just feels like they're doing their own thing and he's just there.
That's how it feels to me.
Yeah. So
I'm sure it's not. I'm sure he's like doing stuff.
I'm sure he is, but I just...
Yeah, he seems like an absentee father.
He does. And that's fine by me.
Yeah.
I'm just interested in what they're doing.
And I'm not watching his interviews.
No, he's no Torts.
He's no Torts.
And he never will be.
No.
We miss Torts.
We do.
You're having a hard time.
I'm having a hard time.
You're having a hard time with no Torts. And that's understandable.
Yep.
All right. I think we have to talk about the Dallas Stars.
I think so. That's usually what we do.
I mean, yes. But like, I don't mean like we have to talk about them like because it's part of the podcast, but like we have to talk about them like psychologically. We have to prepare ourselves. We must gird our loins to talk about the Dallas Stars. So, well, first of all, some good news off the ice. Jason Robertson was first star of the week last week in the NHL.
Yeah.
Because he's just been a scoring bandit. Like just can't stop.
Can't stop Robertson.
Can't stop, won't stop.
No, he's unclogged.
He's been unclogged. Razor described him at one point this week as a hockey hyena. And that's
interesting. Okay.
Just because he's like up by the net scavenging. And
yeah.
I
feel like he's like I feel like hyenas have like a more like visible energy than he does, but like he's just kind of like a comatose hyena.
Okay, fair enough. Comatose hyena Jason Robertson. That's fair. All right. Well, we did have some other good news, which is that Jamie Benn was back in the lineup for the first time all season.
They patched up that hole.
They patched up that hole. They inflated the lung with a tire pump or however they do that. Yep. I did not go to medical school.
Nope.
And so, yeah, he was back, which was great. We missed him. I missed him. I don't know about everybody else, but I missed him. The Stars aren't the same without Jamie Benn. So on Tuesday, we played the Islanders. It was home game for us. And the Stars actually looked solid coming out. We were heavily outshooting the Islanders at first. But David Riddick was in the net and he was just feeling his oats. He was doing great. You weren't really familiar with him, I don't think, but...
Well, I was familiar with his nickname, I guess.
Big Save Dave.
Big Save Dave. I've heard that before. So I guess I do sort of know him. But yeah, I don't have much context on him. Yeah,
he's been more of a backup of late. So, and he's bounced around a lot. Halfway through the first period, Matthew Schaefer had a really good look at the goal. He kind of just blasted past Leon Bischel, although Bischel managed to recover and get his stick on the puck. But Matthew Schaefer's so fun to watch.
No, Matthew Schaefer's it.
He is him, as they say.
He's this generation's Cale Makar and Lane Hudson.
He's like a year younger than Hudson. So, no, it was good. And the Isles started to build up some momentum by the end of the period. But Otter had some really great saves at his end as well. But something had to give at some point. And halfway through the second period, the Stars' fourth line got caught on a long shift. And they were exhausted and turned the puck over. And the Isles got on the board. But 2 minutes later, Jason Robertson continued his scoring streak and tied up the game after some nice sort of give and go with Tyler Seguin. So going into the third, the game was tied 1-1, but a few minutes into the period, the Isles would take the lead when Bo Horvat scored on a broken play.
Broken play. Do more of those. That usually works out for people.
Well, that wasn't even like... The broken play was more just the puck came off the boards weird and the ice was really bad at that time of the night and Jake Ottinger couldn't corral the puck and... It was an issue, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
But about 4 minutes later, Bo Horvat high-sticked Oscar Beck and drew blood. So the Stars got a 4-minute power play. So we're thinking, we're right back in it.
Boom. Right, exactly. That's what you want.
Yeah, absolute clusterfuck. So that was not a good scene.
That did not work out well.
No, the Islanders scored shorthanded. So they took the score to 3-1.
And they're like shorthanded kings, right?
Yeah, this is, I think, their fifth of the season or something. They've had a lot. And I think the Stars are like the only team not to score a shorthanded goal this season or something. So we're not good at that. And then Jamie Benn high-sticked Scott Mayfield during this 4-minute extended penalty. So that canceled out a large portion of the penalty.
Yeah, that's one of the worst moves you can do right there.
Not ideal. Yep. Super not ideal. Although maybe he was just afraid we were going to get scored on shorthanded again and decided to even it up for us. So he just panicked and was like, no, thank you. With a little over 2 minutes left in the game, though, the Stars pulled Otter and Robo Hockey Hyena scored again to get us within one goal. So hope was still alive. But then controversy struck. So Alexander Romanov from the Islanders was going after the puck, and Mikko Rantanen was right behind him. So David Rittich kind of had the puck at the goal and kind of swatted it out to Romanov. And Mikko was trying to get it. And then Scott Mayfield was right behind Mikko. And everything was going at high speed. Like everyone's going really fast. There's 30 seconds in the game.
Yeah, it was super, super, super fast.
Yeah, everyone's going fast. Romanov's going fast. Rantanen's going fast. Mayfield's going fast.
Yep.
So from the first angle that you see of the game, you know, opinions vary about what happened here. But from the very first broadcast angle, it does look like Mikko just straight up boards Romanov.
At high speed?
At high speed. Just sticks into the numbers, sending him into the boards.
Yep.
He goes down, clearly hurt, like arm hurts, shoulder.
Yeah, the refs immediately waved someone over.
Immediately, you know, things are called. It doesn't look good. And it looks like Mikko did something really bad.
Right.
On replays, you can see that actually Mayfield's skates got kind of tied up with Mikko's skates, which really pushed him off balance. And so he was already kind of falling forward. And that's really when the push happened. And he was kind of more putting up his hands to catch himself is how how people interpreted it. There's a concept in personal injury law called comparative negligence. It's where you kind of look at a case and you decide who has like a percentage of blame in a scenario where somebody gets injured or whatever.
Okay.
So you can assign percentages of blame in a case. And I do think Mikko has some level of responsibility here. I think he was being fast. I think he was being reckless. I don't think he was necessarily being more fast or reckless than anybody else, but he has a tendency to be off kilter, you know?
He does have a tendency to fall down, go boom.
He does. He doesn't seem to care about being upright, and which is fine if it's just you. But like if you're doing that and there's other people around and you're right by the boards, that's not cool.
Right.
So I don't think this was intentional in any way on his part. And I think it probably would have been fine if his skates hadn't gotten tangled up. But I do think he put himself in a bad position, and that put other people in a bad position. I would still say he maybe holds 30% of the blame here. I still don't think it was anybody's like fault in that it was like malicious or bad in any sense. I think it was mostly a freak accident. I think it was mostly just people playing hard, fast hockey.
Yep.
And trying really hard. And like, I think it's one of those things where you want your team to play hard and go after the puck. And if people are letting up, you're going, why did you let up on the puck here? But then if they don't let up on the puck, you're like, why were they playing so fast and so dangerous?
Right.
So it's just one of those things where like you kind of can't win or succeed here. But I know you had a different read on it at the time. And I'm wondering how you feel about it now.
I've softened on my stance on it. I thought it was awful at the time. I thought he was going to get 2-game suspension for it. I still feel like it. I would still give him more blame than 30%. Like I have seen now the angle of his, skate getting like pulled out from under him or whatever. But I don't know. The way that man's arm goes out just makes the whole thing questionable for me. I don't think it was intentional. I think he's probably, he called the guy like after too or whatever. So,
yeah.
Whatever. But I didn't like it. I still don't like it. I understand that it was probably okay.
Yeah, I understand why people are upset. I'd probably be upset if it happened to a player on my team.
Patrick Waugh definitely thought it was not okay.
Patrick Waugh did not think it was okay. There were a lot of yelling.
Yep.
Mikko was in the tunnel and Patrick Waugh was doing a lot of hollering in French. And
he's like, I don't know what you're saying to
he's
me.
Like, the English is my second language and French is not one of my languages at all, I don't believe.
Yeah.
So
I did see most people were more upset with him than Rantanen. Like even if they thought Rantanen was dirty and did a bad thing, they were like, no, but Patrick Waugh was out of hand.
It kind of depends on the translation of what Waugh said, though, because it was reported that Waugh said, like, next time in New York, like, you won't get out of New York or something.
Right.
But then it was reported that he actually said, like, if this was in New York, he wouldn't get off the ice, which is different. So,
yeah,
that's the thing is like translations are a thing. So,
yep.
But yeah, Patrick Waugh is not known for being even keeled. So
no, it was certainly entertaining to watch.
It was a lot. It was a lot. So, and that was just one thing that happened. So anyway, he was assessed a 5-minute major for boarding and a 10-minute game misconduct.
Sure.
He leaves. And then after all this, there's less than 30 seconds left on the clock. The Stars are down 3-2. And then it appeared that Wyatt Johnston scored a tying goal right as the game ended. Like I'm talking buzzer beater.
0.1 seconds.
0.1 seconds. But after a lengthy review, it was determined that there was goaltender interference and the goal was called back.
Yep.
So Jason Robertson was up by the goalie, and again, there was an Islander involved and maybe shoved him, maybe didn't. I do tend to fall on the side that it was goaltender interference.
Okay.
But because it was called a goal on ice, I don't know that it would have been called back if it weren't for the whole Mikko Rantanen situation.
Right.
I feel like they might have let it play out and go to OT, except for I think they knew that it would be a bloodbath.
Yep.
If they didn't stop the game when it did.
You think that they took into account just the vibes of the game at that time?
Yeah, I think Toronto's like shut it down.
Shut it down. Yeah. And you were happy about that, honestly.
I honestly was. I was like, listen, Dallas is going to get the villain edit here. Like, we don't need a point this badly right now. Like, let's just put this to bed and move on with our lives. You know, it was a bad accident with Rantanen, and people are going to hold it against him. But like, it's going to be way worse if we go into OT and then win the game.
Right.
Like, we're going to get the worst villain edit out of this. And like, that's not what we need. That's not good for the narrative.
No, that's not
like, you know, I feel very strongly about the hockey narrative.
You do.
It's a thing.
Yep.
So like the Panthers are all like dead and wounded right now. Like there's a hole in the villain world.
Right.
So
you don't need to fill it with the Stars.
We don't.
Nope.
Because some people are really convinced that the Stars are villains. And I'm like, have you watched us? We're very incompetent.
Right.
So yeah, it was not, I don't know. I was fine with it. Like I did think probably Robo's stick interfered before any shove from an Islander person.
I remember seeing that. It pushed his like pad or something.
Yes,
right.
I think so, and I do think he was on enough of a trajectory that he probably would have interfered regardless.
Yep.
But I get it. It was a lot. It was a controversial game. It was very controversial. So
word up.
Yeah, but let's it's a fine. We're going to move on with our lives. So Thursday we head out on the road and we're playing the Canucks in Vancouver. We actually struck first for a change there. About a minute into the game, Maverick Bourque took a shot on net and Kevin Lankinen came way out to snag it. Unfortunately for Lankinen, he fumbled the puck and lost his balance, and a bunch of Canucks scrambled for the puck, but Justin Ritskovian got it and managed to sort of backhand it over to Bourque while falling down, and this time Bourque put it home.
Nice.
So that was less than a minute into the game, which was great. But just 2 minutes later, the Canucks tied up the game, so that was less good.
Yeah.
But 8 minutes into the first, we retook the lead when Jason Robertson continued on his scoring tear.
Robinson. He's out there doing the thing.
It's Robertson. So with 5 minutes left in the first period, the Canucks went on the power play and Jake DeBrusk tied up the game once more. So it was a really eventful first period and we exited tied 2-2. So lots of trading the lead back and forth, lots of scores sort of on both sides. The second period was a little tighter. It was scoreless, so we headed into the third period still tied. The Stars had a lot of good chances, but Lankinen looked really solid. But halfway through the third period, Colin Blackwell took advantage of a kind of sloppy line change by the Canucks, or at least an ill-timed one, and he broke out and scored the go-ahead goal. Mm-hmm. So we were up by 1. Not a huge margin, but with a minute and a half to go, Mikko Rantanen decided we should pad that lead a little bit, and he had a spinorama backhand goal that people were talking about for days.
Yeah, they're still talking about it.
They're still talking about it.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was just stupid.
Yeah.
And, I thought it was great. He was totally redeemed after all of that unpleasantness on Tuesday, right? Right? Like we can move on, right? Everything's cool, right?
Absolutely.
Everything's awesome?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Great. I think that's the game where you were saying that you were noticing how competent the Stars were.
Yeah, no, they're very competent. They like you watch other teams and you're like, oh boy, but like they're persistent in their thing and they can usually hold it together.
Yeah, I mean, we're still like basically duct taped together.
Right.
At that point, like we're still missing Harley, we're missing Lyubushkin.
Yep.
We've been missing Nils Lundqvist. So our decor right now, it's like Miro Heiskanen and Esa Lindell playing a lot of minutes. Leon Bischel stepping up quite a bit.
Yep.
And then we have Alexander Petrovic, who is now like our full-time guy, who has been kind of a career AHL guy. And then we also have from the AHL, Kyle Capobianco, and we have Kolyachonok.
Right.
So like fully half of our D is like AHL guys, basically, at this point. And we're still hanging in there and doing okay, which is awesome.
And looking reasonably good most of the time.
Exactly. And like we're still missing Duchesne. Like we are missing people and we're still looking competent.
Yeah.
Which is good.
For sure. Is this the Rantanen goal? Was that the assist from Ben where they embraced at the end and Jamie Benn is looking at him like longingly,
like adoringly,
and Mikko's just like looking down the ice like
where's a Finn for me to kiss?
Yeah.
Or where's Maverick Bork? I want to smooch his little head.
Where's Wyatt? I want to celebrate this with him. It was just very funny. Like I don't think that was the actual vibe, but like the way it looks, he's just like, yeah, Jamie Benn's looking at me, whatever.
Jamie Benn's cradling him tenderly and gazing at him adoringly, and Mikko's like, who else is here? Who dat? Who dat?
So yeah, no, that was funny. I think this was at the point where we were talking about like what Mikko's done for Johnston.
Yes.
And also what Ben's done for Johnston. And my thought was that Ben was Johnston's NHL mentor. Like, here's how the NHL works. But Mikko is now the hockey mentor for Wyatt.
Yes. Which, at that time I thought was great.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy.
But yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I think, Jamie kind of showed him how to like stand up for himself and how to be in the NHL and take care of himself and protect himself. And then Mikko's helping him elevate his game and, with, how he's so communicative out on the ice and everything. So I do think Mikko's maybe a big reason why we're seeing Wyatt take such huge strides forward this year. Yeah. After he had kind of a little bit of a standstill last year.
Right.
So,
and maybe Mikko's responsible for Robertson.
Maybe.
I think Robertson just wants a big contract. I think that he's like, oh, you know what? I should probably score goals because I want that big contract.
I think Robertson was just dealing with injury and stuff last year, and it took him a while to wake up. Yeah. And then same thing this year. He's just one of those guys that gets in a slump and he gets in his head. And then
he does.
Once the floodgates are open, they just stay open.
The Konechny syndrome.
Exactly. All right, it's time to talk about last night's game.
I saw none of this.
Well, you saw the first part of the game, which was fine.
Oh, I did?
But you missed the end of the game, which was bad.
Okay.
So the first part of the game, the Stars are in Calgary playing the Flames. And I would like to say that I did go into this game assuming it would be a trap game. So my expectations were low.
Yes.
I still did not expect it to go like this. So noted goalie stoicist Devin Cooley was between the pipes. He's the one who's, nothing matters. We're all going to die.
Cooley is the shit.
He's so great.
I'd hang out with that guy.
Yeah. No, Razor described him as a goalie stoicist based on his famous quotes and stuff.
Yeah.
Which are all the better because when you see him get interviewed, he has such golden retriever energy.
Oh, he's real hyper.
He's almost Comrie-esque.
He is. Yeah. He's got Comrie vibes.
Yeah. He's just real chipper and like,
words just flow out of his mouth. Yes,
he's so excitable, but then he's just like, yeah, no, my mantra is just nothing matters. We're all going to die.
Yep.
And that's how he keeps his cool in the net. And it was working for him last night because he looked phenomenal all night. The Stars looked like the stronger team, but Calgary was first on the board in the first period with a power play goal from Matt Coronado after Colin Blackwell landed in the box. So we ended the first period with the Flames up 1-0. And I don't think that would have been the case without Devin Cooley looking as good as he was.
Sure. Yep.
The second period was scoreless, but things started getting hinky near the end of the period.
They started getting kinky?
Hinky.
Oh, hinky. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, God, I wish they were getting kinky. That would be way better. So first, the game shut down for a while as they scooped a bunch of blood off the ice. So it turned out that Esa Lindell got high-sticked by Rope Hintz and bled all over the ice.
Oof.
So a little friendly finish fire.
Oh, stars on stars violence?
Stars on stars violence.
Yikes.
So while Esa was getting patched up, Mikko got a rather soft slashing penalty called against him. So the team had to kill that penalty without Esa. And then when Mikko got out of the box, he was visibly frustrated and almost immediately laid a really bad hit on Matt Coronado. And Jonathan Huberdeau immediately went over to Mikko and they fought while Coronado was being helped off the ice. And he had blood pouring out of his nose. So then they had to clean the ice for several more minutes. Just many blood sacrifices happening in Calgary last night.
That's gross.
Super gross. So Mikko eventually got 5 minutes for boarding, 5 for fighting, and a 10-minute game misconduct. And at first, they didn't even announce any penalties for Calgary. But Jamie Benn, I think, was like, excuse me, sirs.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I'm very polite and nice. So they said that Jonathan Huberdeau would get 5 for fighting and a 2-minute instigator for attacking Mikko, basically.
Okay.
Which automatically results in a 10-minute game misconduct.
Gotcha.
And, even Dallas fans were like, God, that feels like overkill, because you want to be able to stand up for your guys on a hit like that.
Right.
Like, obviously it's in the rule book. Like that is the rule. If you do the instigator, you get the misconduct.
Sure.
So
yeah,
it is what it is. But it was one of those ones where we're like, ugh, there should be an exemption if it's, if you're actually defending your person from what was a bad hit. And this one was a bad hit. I'm not going to defend this one.
Yeah.
So I don't think Mikko was fully at fault for the first one
right.
in the Islanders game. And this one was just not a good look. He was. Now, some people are making the argument that Coronado made it worse than it could have been because he sort of turned into the boards and made himself lower.
Yeah.
Which is true. I think it was more because he was trying to avoid a hit from Bischel, and he never saw Mikko coming. But Mikko was 15 feet away and charging towards him and going straight for the numbers. Mikko shouldn't have been doing that. So
he did seem to have some speed behind him. So I did watch that this morning, or saw it,
Yeah.
Scroll by, and yeah, it didn't look good. I honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't really tell. I didn't watch it too much either, though.
Yeah.
But I'll take your word for it.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it at the time. There are a handful of Dallas fans on the subreddit trying to defend it, but for the most part,
yeah,
we're all like, nah, that one's not cool.
So Mikko is a naughty boy.
He is a bad boy. And we'll talk more about the long-standing repercussions of this later. But for now, let's continue with the game. So the third period started with the Flames on the power play and the aftermath of all of that. And the Flames scored again, this time with a redirect from Joel Farabee.
Hey, Farabee.
Yeah, exactly. So that took the game to 2-0. And I didn't even feel like joking about how we had them right where we wanted them at that point. It's my usual go-to joke.
Yep.
But once we went down to, we did show signs of life. First, Jason Robertson scored because that's what he does.
Yeah, he's got to do that.
And then Rope Hintz tied it up. So we ended up going to OT and then to the shootout. Morgan Frost and Nazem Kadri scored for Calgary.
Hey, Frost.
Yeah. So yeah, Frost and Farabee goals.
Nice.
So that was nice for us.
Cool.
Former Flyers.
Yep.
And then only Robo could get on the board for the Stars. So we lost 3-2, which again, probably just as well because
the villain edit. Yeah.
But at this point, there's no escaping the villain edit.
Oh, yeah.
The villain edit is out there.
Yeah.
Specifically, it's Mikko Rantanen has the villain edit, but there's a pretty vocal crowd out there who are saying that Mikko was never dirty until he got to the Stars, and it's because Jamie Benn has made him dirty.
That's funny.
Which is a lot.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, he hasn't even been there for this whole season.
Oh, Jamie Benn's like, hey, Mikko, guess what? You can be dirty here. Or like, no, you need to be dirty. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
There are some Colorado fans who are like, listen, he kind of has always been like this. He gets frustrated and he makes stupid.
Right.
He lashes out. And they're like, usually it's cross checks, like bad cross checks where he'll like break a stick on somebody.
Right. Yeah. Well, which we've seen him down by the net.
Which we have seen him do.
Yeah.
They say, this is just out of character in its badness. But no, Jamie Benn didn't like take a nice boy and turn him into an evil demon monster.
I can't imagine. No.
That's preposterous.
Mikko's just acting out, looking for attention.
Right. No, I think it's, Glenn Gulletson wanting them to do a more physical game. I think there's probably a lot of frustration with how injured the team is. There's something going on with him for sure. I do think he needs to cool off a bit. It's not okay.
No, it doesn't look like it. And right, isn't he the most penalized player in the NHL right now?
He currently has the most penalty minutes in the NHL. Part of that is he got 22 penalty minutes last night.
Well, that doesn't help anything.
That's a lot.
But that doesn't help his narrative either. That
right.
He's like, oh, I don't do it. Oh, but I'm actually the most penalized player in the NHL.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't help matters. He has now edged out Tom Wilson for most penalized player in the NHL currently for this season.
And you know how I feel about Tom Wilson.
Yeah, we're not into that.
No.
So it's not a good look. Leah Asimakopoulos from Dallas one of the Dallas publications, put out an article this morning. Basically, Department of Player Safety is looking at last night. It is very likely Mikko is going to get a suspension. And she sort of broke it down. So there's, in the NHL rulebook, Rule 23.6, any player who incurs a total of 2 game misconduct penalties in the physical infractions category before playing in 41 consecutive regular season league games shall be suspended for the next league game of his team. So, yeah, if you get 2 of those kind of penalties that Mikko got within like 41 games of each other, it's an automatic 1-game suspension.
Sure.
He got 2 of those penalties within 3 games of each other.
They're going to have to write a new rule.
It's not looking good.
No.
And then I also believe if he gets any other majors or game misconduct in that physical category before 41 games have elapsed, he'll continue receiving automatic 1-game suspensions.
Yeah.
Now, the options that the NHL has, they can stick to the automatic 1-game suspension here.
Yeah.
They can add to the 1-game suspension here. Or they can take away one of the game misconducts and negate the suspension.
Okay.
So if they decide to look at that one from the Islanders game again and say, actually, the Mayfield thing really did impact that and it shouldn't have been a misconduct.
Sure.
They could do that. I'm dreading if that happens. Like, on the one hand, I don't want to lose Mikko. Like, we're already down so many people.
Yep.
But then on the other hand, I do think he maybe needs a game to cool off. And that would, I think consequences are important. But then also
consequences are important. It's like dealing with a toddler.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like a large, angry Finnish toddler. So yeah, man, I just don't know. I'm interested to see what they come away with here.
Well, at least the Department of Player Safety is pretty solid and always reliable. And
they definitely
makes
never
good decisions.
Yeah, they definitely never make totally boneheaded decisions and choices. So that'll be great.
Yeah.
Something he has going for him is that he's never been suspended before, but he was also fined $2,000 earlier this week for embellishment for a past game, because they can do that sort of retroactively.
I didn't know they'd just go back and look and they're like, oh, that was embellishment, $2,000.
Yeah, fine. They've done that before to Mason Marchment, so I knew about that.
Well, yeah, that's the Mason Marchment clause.
Right, exactly. So I don't know, man. It's kind of a rough time to be a Stars fan. There are a lot of people who are like, well, yes, of course. What else would you expect from the Dallas Stars, the dirtiest, diviest team in the league? To which I still am puzzled how we have that reputation. But
it's just Vegas fans saying that, and Minnesota fans.
It is Minnesota fans, to which I had to lol because, okay, like hot kettle.
Right.
But yeah, it's now like Islanders fans also hate us, and Avs fans also hate us, and Flames fans also hate us, and Carolina fans also hate us. Like we're getting this reputation for being real hateable.
Well, this is a good year to win the cup then. Apparently.
Yeah. So yeah, the villain edit is in full effect, and I don't love that for us. Nope. So yeah, it's a rough week.
Rough week out there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess so.
So I guess we'll see what happens. I would just really like for us to maybe stop being injured and also stop injuring other people. Mikko Rantanen, it's not cool. Please don't do that.
Word up.
Word up. All right. Well, I think we need to end on something a little more lighthearted.
Yeah, let's do that.
So American Thanksgiving is coming up on Thursday.
American Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, Canadian Thanksgiving already happened.
Isn't that Boxing Day? Is that what they call it?
No, that's Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So whether you celebrate it or not, many people find this a good time of year to reflect on what they're grateful for. People in the world of hockey might not be the best at self-reflection, so we thought we would take a look at some things that NHL-adjacent folks should be thankful for.
What they should be thankful for. Yeah, we're telling them.
Yeah, we're telling them.
Yeah, they're the turkey table, and we're just like, this is what you should be thankful for.
Well, we're doing the work for them. They have a lot on their minds with all of the injuries and the contracts and the losing and everything else.
Absolutely.
So we're really doing a public service right now by saying, hey, have you considered maybe being thankful for this going on?
I love it.
So, all right. So my first person that I have on my list is Jamie Benn.
Jamie Benn.
He has been looking honestly quite speedy coming back with his new lung.
Oh, he's got better airflow in there or something.
I mean, that's what I said. Somebody posited in the Star subreddit that perhaps they gave him a third lung.
Right.
So whatever is going on with his lungs, I think he's looking good. So I'm happy for him that he seems to be breathing well and it's helping his movement.
Thankful for his lungs.
Yes, thankful for air.
I also thought of him, and I think he should just be happy with $399 because I don't think he's going to get $400.
I mean, at this point, it's looking pretty.
It's rough out there.
It's rough out there.
Yeah. So I think just be happy with $399. That's a good number.
I think really the only reason he wants to get 400 at this point is just so that people can stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to get 400 and then talk about it one more time and then never talk about it again.
Yeah. True.
So honestly, this is probably his like biggest hurdle. Like forget about the Stanley Cup. He just doesn't want to have.
He just doesn't want to go down with $399.
He just doesn't want to keep talking about $399.
and you know the Stars production crew is just they're ready at any moment with those graphics. They've already like had practice showing them. So
I mean, they're going to have to keep updating them because they're so out of date at this point. Like he's not going to look the same. He's going to look 5 years older. It's a whole thing.
Yep. All right. Good deal.
I also have some other stars on my list. So I feel like Jason Robertson should be thankful about his impending contract negotiations.
He should, but I think for sure.
Because they're looking more solid by the day.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Those dollar signs just keep going up.
No, he's geared himself up for a big old contract.
He certainly has.
Yeah, I think he should just be thankful he's unclogged.
That too.
I can't get over that.
I will be thankful if I never hear somebody describe him as clogged or unclogged again. And yet you keep bringing it up into my mind.
I just love it so much.
You sure do.
So I thought of some as well.
Excellent.
I think we've talked about this a lot, but all the people that got traded or were part of trades should be thankful for those trades. I think just the whole group are all in better places.
Are you talking specifically like the Dallas, Carolina,
Colorado, Ducks?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Ducks, Philly.
Yeah, I
situation.
We got Zegras thankful for being with his boy.
Yes.
We got Kreider not looking like such an old man in orange.
He does look so much better over in Anaheim. He looks years younger.
Yeah, Trouba looks fine too.
He does. It's true.
Yeah.
He's doing well there. Yeah. I think all the young kids in Anaheim are giving them new life.
Yeah, exactly.
And they don't have to be around JT Miller, which is very exciting for them, I'm sure.
They love that. Yeah. So Stankov and Rantanen, even though, whatever. But yeah, I think just everyone that got traded just ended up in their forever homes.
I think that's a really good way to look at it. I do think a lot of the trades that have happened within the last year have been really beneficial and have turned out really well for people,
Yep.
at least a lot of those sort of big name ones.
Yep, absolutely.
I actually do have on my list that the great city of Philadelphia and also Jamie Drysdale should be grateful for Trevor Zegras.
Yep. Oh, and Wedgwood too.
Oh, yeah, Wedgwood. I know that was, a little different because he left Dallas, signed in Nashville, and then got traded to Colorado. But yeah, he's fantastic there.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I have basically Trevor Zegras is
Zegras
fitting in so well in Philly. I think it's great.
Absolutely.
Back to the Stars, I do have Mira Heiskanen is probably grateful to have so much ice time.
Oh.
He really likes having a lot of ice time.
That's right.
He thrives under it. So
doesn't he do like 28 minutes or something ridiculous?
Usually like 27 minutes is kind of his standard. And now with half of our decor dead, he's just in there all the time.
Yeah.
There was a glitch last night and it was saying online that, at the end of the second period that he had 37 minutes of ice time. And somebody was like, is this a mistake? And I had to think about it for a while because I wasn't entirely sure.
Yeah.
Because honestly, he could. It could just be that. He could just be playing nonstop.
Nonstop. He's just out there all the time.
It's just nonstop Miro all the time. I also feel like Robe Hintz is probably grateful for the NHL dress code suspension. He can show off all of his fancy boy clothes.
Absolutely. He's like, look at these pants. Ooh, look at these pants.
Exactly.
Yep.
Same with Austin Matthews. He can show off his extensive collection of very expensive women's sweaters.
Sweaters are wild.
They are great.
They don't even make sense to me. They're like avant-garde.
Yeah, they're like optical illusions.
Very expensive, very weird. Love it. I back to the Flyers. I think Cam York should be happy that there's no Tortorella there this year.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure that's a huge relief for him.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And he's really part of that boy group with Jamie Drysdale and Trevor Zegras too. So it's like lost his enemy and gained his bros.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Everything's coming up Cam York.
Everything's coming up Cam York. I don't think he looks that great this year, but
it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. He can be thankful.
You can be thankful.
Absolutely.
You can still be thankful.
Yeah.
I have Atu Rati on the list from Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he's really thankful for his new Golden Eyes jersey.
Yeah. That was cute.
Yeah. Apparently some of his teammates had Golden Eyes jerseys and he did not get one and he was very sad. And so...
Yeah, he walked in and he's like, wait, I want one.
I want one. So they Ubered him a jersey or something.
Yeah. So he got to walk in with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or he hung out in his Uber until somebody brought him a jersey.
Oh, right.
So
yep.
I thought that was very cute. He was like, no, I want a jersey. Give me a jersey.
I kind of want a jersey now.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
But I think that was very cute that he was like, no, I'm here to support the team. Give me merch.
Yeah.
So I liked that for him.
I think all the teams should be thankful that the Panthers have all these injuries.
Oh God, yeah.
I just feel like that's good for everybody other than the Panthers.
Other than the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They... Honestly, though, with their luck, they'll all be super well rested and come back and sweep the playoffs.
Well,
again.
I mean, that's their
MO,
their long plan or whatever you call it.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, the long game. They're just like Vegas plan on steroids.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah,
that would be hilarious.
And literally on steroids.
I have Mason Marchment on my list. I think he's grateful for Pacific Northwest weather because his walk-in looks lately have been very flannel shirts, beanies, and he looks very cozy.
Yeah.
And that just seems really nice.
Yeah, we got to go there. I feel like I belong there.
I know.
That's why I wanted to support a Vancouver team. I feel like Seattle and Vancouver are just it.
Yeah, I think we're like dreary people.
Exactly, we're dreary people.
Colorado is so sunny. It's not for us.
So sunny and so dry.
Oh, it's so bright here. Yeah,
so bright.
We demand the drizzle.
No clouds.
Yeah, no, give us gray, rainy weather.
Yeah, no, and that you're absolutely right. The worse the weather or the more questionable, the more you have options. I feel like.
Yes, for clothes and everything.
Yeah.
And layering. Oh, layering's the best.
Layering's the bomb.
It's so good. I have William Nylander on here. I think he's finally getting to really express his personality through YouTube. And I think he's really grateful about that. And I know you're grateful that you get to be exposed to such unadulterated William Nylanderness.
I can't wait for the next video.
Oh my God, you're counting down the minutes.
The next scam. Yep. I don't know the Sharks coach's name.
Warshawski?
I feel like his kids should be thankful that they're still alive.
That is correct. That is very correct.
Yeah.
He did not have to sacrifice his children.
He did not.
The Sharks are winning. They're doing great.
He's got more than one kid too, I think, right?
He does.
So those kids are probably like, oh, which one do you think he would sacrifice? They've got therapy needs now.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be some therapy bills in the future. They're gonna be hitting up Macklin Celebrini in the future to pay for their therapy bills.
Absolutely.
I have a Sharks adjacent one too. I think Tyler Toffoli is really grateful that Ryan Reeves is there now.
Oh, sharing the
parenting burden of Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith.
Yeah.
He's like the crazy uncle who shows up and is constantly waving smelling salts under their noses and getting them to do shirtless interviews with shark's tooth necklaces.
Yeah.
And Tyler Toffoli's like, oh, thank God he's here. I don't have to do sleepovers on the roll-away bed with my bad back and eat cookies in the middle of the night.
No, absolutely.
I get to just hang out with my wife and be a normal old person.
It's much easier to handle that situation with two cool uncles.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Tyler Toffoli's like, okay, finally somebody to co-parent these children with.
Yeah, and I feel like it balances things out.
Exactly.
Yep. No, that's real good.
Well, and then Reeves gets to be like the fun one and Tyler Toffoli can be like the cranky one, which is, I think, what he really wanted to do.
Yeah.
So.
No, exactly. Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. And do you have any others?
I have got just random ones. I think Bedard should be thankful for Nazar.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Even before the season started, I feel like Bedard's whole vibe was changed, but I just feel like having Nazar around has elevated that.
They just seem to be having a lot more fun in Chicago. There was that video that was going around this week where they were talking about the vibes in the room, and Andre Burakovsky's in the background just talking in a high-pitched voice about how I'm Connor Bedard, I'm the best hockey player and stuff. And Connor Bedard's like, yeah, it's kind of like this now. So
yeah, no, that I think that's good for him because you don't want sad, depressed young kid superstars.
Yeah, I just think that hockey players in general need an emotional support pair bond.
Yeah, for sure.
It just goes so much better. Sidney Crosby has Gino Malkin and also Nate McKinnon in the summers.
He's got his winter boyfriend and his summer boyfriend.
Exactly. There's Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini. There's so many Morgan Frost and Joel Farabee. There's so many bonded pairs in the NHL. And I think that Connor Bedard has really been missing out on that. So.
Yeah. Whenever you say Joel Farabee and Morgan Frost, I picture them in like a 1970s Ford F-150 and it's brown.
I do believe they share a truck, so I would not be surprised if that is the truck that they share.
I would love it if they just had a vintage F-150.
I think they also share an apartment and possibly pets, so they are fully cohabitating at this point.
That's good.
They're so bonded that they got traded together.
Exactly.
To Calgary. Like Danny Briere was like, I'm not breaking them up. Like they are a set.
Danny Briere is all about the bonds. He got the Zegras back. He got those guys off together. Like
he sent Eric Johnson back to Colorado before he retired.
Man, he should be a matchmaker.
I think basically it was probably really hard for him because he got traded away from Claude Giroux, who was like the stepfather to his children.
Right.
So yeah, he's just out there mending fences and hearts. So good for him. Good for him.
Everyone should be thankful for Danny Briere.
Yes, everyone should be thankful for Danny Briere. Well, and the Flyers were also home to one of the worst bromance split ups of all time, which was Jeff Carter and Mike Richards, who they were just about to sign like extensions, and right before their no moves kicked in, they both got traded to separate teams with no warning and just went off the rails. Like Jeff Carter went to like a cabin and refused to leave.
Wow.
And his new captain had to go convince him to come join the team.
Wow.
And they just both like played like shit and wouldn't like hang out with their teams. And finally they were like, oh, fine. And traded Jeff Carter to LA so he could play with Mike Richards, where they then promptly won 2 cups, I believe. So, ever since the Flyers sort of broke them up, it's been a scene. So I think Danny Briere is trying to like atone on behalf of Flyers management.
Interesting.
And restore the bromance code everywhere. So good for him.
Yeah. I had a couple other random ones. I saw some report like Tavares is on track to score like 300 points and he's like the oldest person, or like whatever track he's on, he's doing real well. So I think he should just really be thankful for that amulet. I feel like it's really working this year.
As soon as you said John Tavares, I knew it was going to be the amulet, and I will never stop being delighted about that. Oh, that fucking amulet.
Yeah. I have no info on him actually playing well, but I guess he's doing okay and going to break or on track to break a record, possibly something. Who knows?
Listen, that amulet is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. I feel like everyone should just, and me included, this is new for me, but everyone should just be thankful for Sid Crosby.
Yes. Everybody should always be thankful for Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
365 days of the year.
Yeah. Like you should think about him when you wake up and when you go to bed and just be like, man, he's here. He exists in our universe, and then that's awesome.
He's an international treasure, and I'm so glad that you have like been awakened to the wonder of Sid Crosby while he's still playing.
No, absolutely.
So I know it's near the end of his career now, but you're here, you're witnessing it.
Absolutely,
you're going to get to see probably his last Olympics.
Yeah,
so that's pretty badass.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I think I have one more, and it's Nathan McKinnon. This time of year, he's probably real grateful for tofurkey.
Exactly. Thanksgiving's been tough for all these years before the vegetarian options.
I'm sure there's so many nitrates.
Yeah, right? Oh, man.
Yeah. No, tofurkey, that's got to be where it's at in the McKinnon household.
Do you think he does American Thanksgiving?
He probably already did Canadian Thanksgiving, but I don't know. Maybe for the American teammates, I don't know. Probably not. He doesn't seem like the type to do food-related holidays at all, honestly. I bet he handed out chickpeas at Halloween.
Right? Yeah. No, his whole food thing is just kind of blowing up this year.
It is. I've been showing you all the memes that have been popping up, and they're pretty funny.
And which, really calls into question his advertising campaign with Tim Hortons. Like, has he ever eaten a donut?
Oh, God, no. Oh, that does remind me, though. He has become a spokesperson for Tyson Berry, who was his old teammate who retired this past year.
Okay.
Has a line of non-alcoholic beer.
Oh, okay.
And he has Nate McKinnon as a spokesperson for it.
Wow.
So Tyson Berry.
Yeah.
Used to play for the Avalanche.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know this name, actually.
You know him as the one who made his decision to retire in conjunction with 32 NHL teams.
Oh, okay. That guy's funny as hell.
He's super funny. He's great. So he played for the Avalanche for a while and then bounced around with some other teams. He's also really good friends with Jamie Benn. They go way back. So he started a non-alcoholic beer brand, and he has partnered with Nate McKinnon as one of their brand ambassadors. It's called Chili Ones. And in his announcement of the brand, or in his announcement of the ambassador, he said, "We thought long and hard about who truly embodies the spirit of a chilly one. Someone who lets things slide, doesn't take life too seriously, and just goes with the flow. So it's our honor to welcome the notoriously chill and easygoing Nathan McKinnon as a partner and official non-alcoholic ambassador."
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Isn't that so good?
This guy needs to do stand-up.
He's so funny. So yeah, I think that's really great. So
nice.
They're doing, kind of a whole ad campaign basically.
For non-alcoholic beer. I can't imagine him drinking that either. That's just like bad carbs, probably.
Probably, but yeah, it's, I think a lot of athletes do the non-alcoholic beer or something.
Interesting.
So I don't know. It's interesting.
What's it called?
Chili Ones.
Chili Ones.
So it's like instead of a cold one, I'm going to crack open a chili one.
Shoot, I'm going to go look for that.
I know. It's pretty fun, right?
I'll drink some non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, just for funsies.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
Absolutely.
So, no, I forgot I had heard about that, and I thought that was really great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but no, when you're so famously uptight about food that you become a brand ambassador for a drink, and the entire thing is a joke about how uptight you are.
I think that brand sounds awesome.
I think so too.
I'm literally, if they sell it in Colorado, which I would hope they do,
yeah,
I'll find it.
Absolutely. We'll track it down.
Yep. We'll do a review.
So I guess I'm thankful for Tyson Barrie continuing to be fucking hilarious after all of these years.
Love it.
Even after not being in the league anymore, because he is a delight.
Yeah.
So anything else that you are thankful for?
No, we've got like a Thanksgiving sized episode here with all our thankfulnesses. I think Ottinger should be thankful for no Pete, but I think that's just a given.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
well, I'm thankful that I have a husband who will watch hockey with me despite only being half a hockey fan.
Oh, shit.
And will record a podcast with me about it.
Oh, well, I'm thankful for doing this, honestly. It's been fun.
It's been super fun. I'm thankful for our listeners who are super cool people.
Yeah.
And who ask great questions on Tumblr.
Yep.
And are just super fun. I really have a great time. So.
Oh, there was something we were supposed to talk about with Tumblr.
There was something we were supposed to talk about with Tumblr. The new NHL commercial.
Oh my God.
Thank you for bringing this up.
All right.
We almost forgot.
This is extra bonus content.
All right. Bonus content. So yes, the NHL commercial, the day in the life NHL commercial.
Yeah.
Okay. We have liked a lot of the NHL commercials lately.
The last 2 or 3 were pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. The tipping one was great.
You loved that.
I loved that one.
Yep.
Even with the slurp, I like the commercial.
Yep. The work from home one or whatever it was.
The work from home one was pretty cute. The acting is actually pretty decent.
Exactly.
So this other one is just like a day in the life. It's kind of in the style of those Instagram like influencer videos where it's like, here's a day in my life and what I do.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. It just didn't hit for me.
No.
It might be because I'm not very like Instagram-y.
Yep.
I'm more of a Tumblr girl, if anything.
Right.
I was a LiveJournal girl back in the day. Like,
yeah.
I'm just, my social media is...
Your fringe social media.
I'm fringe social media.
Right.
And you don't even really have social media.
I left it in 2014 when Facebook made me not be able to sort my feed.
Yes, exactly.
I was like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yes. So you're a Luddite and I'm weird.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We're not like the target audience for this. But yeah, it's just like them kind of being like, oh, self-care and, yoga. And then, but like also blow off some steam and then like hitting. It just doesn't go far enough, I think. No,
it's a mishmash. And I feel like the people they chose for the things, like the Hellebuck was the yoga, right? Or the mindfulness, like that makes sense. Connor Bedard's was kind of weird, right? He eats ice cream.
He ends the day with a sweet treat and he's like eating frozen yogurt or something.
Does he really though?
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
And Nick Suzuki is like a enforcer slamming people into the boards.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that's really like what he's known for. Yeah, he's the one who's blowing off steam.
Right.
And it's by hitting people into the boards.
Yeah. Sandheim is in it, right? Sandheim's in it?
Is Sandheim in it?
I can't remember now.
I know Sandheim's in the work from home one.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of that. But yeah.
See, it just didn't make much of an impact on me, which is why we haven't talked about it before.
No, it sucks.
But yeah, no, I just want them to like go farther with it. It just feels too straightforward. It just feels kind of like a straight up like Instagram ad.
Yeah.
Like it feels like an ad for Instagram.
Yeah.
More than anything else. Like I want the cuts of like, you know, I do this thing to be like really jarring.
Right.
Or something. Like I want it to be more of a parody or more.
Yeah. Make it funny.
Yeah. Make it funny.
Just make it funny.
Just make it funny. It just feels too on the nose for what it is.
Yep.
And
they are getting better acting out of these NHL players this year.
They truly are, which is commendable for sure.
Yeah.
But I just didn't see the point of this one.
Right.
And, you know, I understand that like the social media admins for all of the NHL are basically Instagram people.
True.
And they do end up doing like a lot of Instagram trends with the players and things like that. And I'm fine with that on social media, I guess. Although sometimes I think it's a little too far.
Yeah.
But for an actual commercial, I'm just like over it, I think.
It's weird. And like Connor Bedard's segments, vertical format, and then Hellebuck's like full widescreen. Yeah.
It's just the Instagramification of everything is too much for me. It's like on Dancing with the Stars, like everybody's an Instagram or TikTok person. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm very old. I don't know who these people are. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just old, but like, I don't get it. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. That one went off the pipe for me personally. Look, it's a hockey metaphor, not a baseball one.
You've never said that before.
I never have, and I probably never will again. All right. Well, thank you for reminding me of that. So I'm thankful that you remembered that because I would have felt really bad if I had not brought that up.
Yeah. Well, so. I'm thankful for all of this. It's fun. It's wild that people listen to this.
Absolutely. So I cannot believe people care about my trash ass opinions on hockey, but it's super fun and I'll keep doing it as long as people are interested.
Yeah.
And probably even when they aren't.
Well, we started this without the hope of anybody being interested in this.
Yes. And yeah, no, I just have a fun time doing this with you. So
absolutely.
So yeah.
Highlighted my Sundays.
Same. So, well, I hope everybody has a great week. And that's going to be the end of regulation for this week's episode of Ice is Slippery. You can find us on Tumblr, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram at IceIsSlipperyPod. You can also email us at iceisslipperypod@gmail.com, where we would love to get suggestions for games and hear your hockey hot takes. Until next week, stay out of the penalty box.